Good evening, everybody. I'm Emily Barre from New Orleans, and I'd like to welcome you to my kitchen. This evening, I'd like to share with you one of my favorite Philadelphia cream cheese appetizers. It's called salmon or seafood tea toasts. We're going to start by making a filling. We have 8 ounces of softened Philadelphia cream cheese. Into that, we're going to add a teaspoon of chopped capers, I have 2 green onions chopped, just the green part, not the whites. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of Kraft horseradish sauce, nice and creamy. What we're actually doing is we're developing a base to put our salmon and seafood down on, and the horseradish gives it a nice spice, a nice bite to it. We're going to add 3 shakes of hot sauce, 1, 2, 3. Of course, you can add more if you like it hotter. We're going to add 2 shakes of Worcestershire, 1, 2. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. So as you can see, we're making a nice flavorful base to put our seafood down on. And we're going to add a half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. Greek seasoning. So we're combining all those wonderful flavors of Greek and Cajun. So now that we have everything in the bowl, we're going to take a silicone spatula and we're going to blend. We're actually going to make a nice little filling. And as I said, they're called salmon or seafood tea toasts. If you want to use fresh salmon, which is what I'm going to use tonight, that's my favorite. Or if you're not a fan of fresh salmon, you could use smoked salmon. If you don't want to use salmon, they're great with boiled shrimp or even lump crab meat. So basically you can put your seafood of choice on it. These are nice if you're having a tea, you make the little tea sandwich size, or you can cut them smaller for an appetizer for a party. So just as easy as that was, our filling is now ready. I had a loaf of pumpernickel bread that I actually sliced off, put in the oven at 450 degrees for 5 minutes to crisp up. They've actually made crispy toasts. If you're serving them as a sandwich, you could actually leave them whole and you'd have a whole piece, but instead we're going to make it bite-sized since it's for an appetizer, to pass around at a party. To the toast, let's do something, I guess we'll go ahead and put the base down first. You can put a nice generous spread of our flavorful cream cheese on each base. Oops. Yes, I could be a little bit neater about plating them down, huh? Here we go. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our salmon to put on the top. Okay, now that we have our cream cheese base down, I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And I've gone to the fish market and I've picked up a small piece of fresh salmon. I've asked the fishmonger to take it off the skin for me. And what I'm going to do is with a very sharp fillet knife, you can see how thick that is. We're going to actually cut the salmon thinner. Come with a sharp knife, long, easy strokes. And we're literally filleting nice thin pieces of salmon. Then we're going to take those and we're going to cut them similar to the size of our bases. Cut another piece off. As you can see, this would probably be too thick. So again, we're going to take nice long strokes and we're going to fillet that salmon back nice and thin. Long strokes. And of course, if you had the smoked salmon, that usually comes sliced very thin. Or you could do boiled shrimp. Boiled shrimp is really good with it. Get one more piece of salmon. Again, coming across the top of the salmon fillet, lifting it up. Long, slow strokes. And what makes a nice tasty garnish for it is in a dry skillet, we toasted some sesame seeds. So we're just going to sprinkle the sesame seeds right over the top. This makes such a tasty appetizer. And this is my salmon or seafood tea toast. Thank you to the makers of Kraft Philadelphia Cream Cheese for giving us all these wonderful products to be inventive and creative with, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.